There's a saying we often hear: when times get tough, stay positive. It sounds so simple and straightforward. Yet actually living by those words can feel like climbing a mountain without a map. Today, I want to share with you a personal story, along with practical steps about how to remain positive no matter what life may throw at you. I remember a time when my life was spinning in all the wrong directions. My job felt insecure, my relationships were strained, and I was dealing with a health scare that left me feeling anxious and vulnerable. Each day seemed to bring more challenges. It felt as though life had dropped me into the middle of a storm without an umbrella, and all I could do was brace myself. Have you ever felt that way? Like the universe was testing just how much you could handle. The constant barrage of bad news and uncertainty drained my energy. My once optimistic perspective was overshadowed by fear and frustration. I wanted to be positive. I knew it would help me navigate the chaos, but I didn't know how to begin when everything around me felt so uncertain. It was during that turbulent period that I discovered the first secret to staying positive, realizing that positivity is not a denial of reality. It's a choice to see hope and possibility. There's a subtle but powerful difference between ignoring the difficulties in your life and actively choosing to focus on the glimmer of hope amid the darkness. I began asking myself simple yet transformative questions. What if I look for something good in this situation? How can I turn this obstacle into an opportunity? At first, my mind resisted. It felt unnatural to search for the silver lining when things seemed so bleak. But gradually, those little sparks of possibility gave me a sense of control. I realized I wasn't a passenger in my own life. I could steer my thoughts, and in doing so, steer my emotions. Imagine you're looking at a painting under a dim, flickering light. You might see only dull, muddled colors. Then suddenly, a bright spotlight shines on the canvas, and you notice vivid strokes of color that you never saw before. That's what changing your perspective can do for you in challenging times. I tried this technique in my own life by keeping a tiny notebook by my bedside. Each night, I'd write down at least one event or detail from the day that brought me gratitude. Sometimes it was a smile from a stranger. Other times it was a personal win at work, no matter how small. Even on the hardest days, when I felt I was on the edge of giving up, I could usually find one blessing that reminded me life wasn't entirely against me. This daily practice reshaped my perspective, shining a light on hidden joys that had been buried under layers of stress. What started as a simple exercise soon became an invaluable tool. I learned that gratitude is like a magnet. It attracts more reasons to be thankful. Another key lesson along my journey was self-compassion. It's easy to blame ourselves when things go wrong. We beat ourselves up for not being strong enough, for feeling scared, or for not achieving the impossible. But negativity grows in the soil of harsh self-criticism. I remember a night when I felt like a complete failure for struggling. My self-talk was brutal. You should be stronger than this. Why can't you just handle it better? Those words hurt more than any external pressure ever could. I realized that if I wanted to radiate positivity, I first had to be kind to myself. So, I started treating myself the way I would treat a dear friend, offering encouragement, understanding, and space to heal. Whenever I felt those negative thoughts creeping in, I'd pause, take a deep breath, and mentally whisper to myself, "It's okay. You're doing your best. You deserve kindness." Too, over time, I discovered that when you nurture self-compassion, it becomes much easier to see the world around you with softer, more hopeful eyes. Positivity doesn't have to be a solo endeavor. In fact, trying to stay positive all by yourself in times of crisis can be overwhelming. Leaning on a network of supportive friends, family, or community is more than just comforting, it's empowering. When I was feeling my lowest, a friend reached out to me unexpectedly. We ended up having a heart-to-heart conversation about fear, doubt, and the importance of staying optimistic. It wasn't a magic fix that erased my problems, but it reminded me I wasn't alone. Someone genuinely cared about my well-being. That sense of belonging sparked a resilience I didn't realize I had left. So, reach out. Send that text. Make that phone call, or join a support group. Do whatever it takes to surround yourself with people who believe in you, who understand your struggles, and who can lift you up when you feel like sinking. Positivity grows in the company of kindred spirits. While perspective and support are crucial, sometimes we need tangible methods to manage overwhelming thoughts. Here are a few that helped me navigate my darkest days. First, mindful breathing. Spend a few moments each day focusing on your breath, inhaling slowly, holding, then exhaling just as slowly. This simple practice lowers stress and grounds you in the present moment. Next, visual reminders. Surround yourself with quotes, images, or objects that inspire hope. Whether it's a photo of your loved ones or a sticky note with an uplifting affirmation, these small items can serve as anchors in turbulent times. Journaling can also help. Write down your worries, hopes, and daily moments of gratitude. Journaling releases pent-up feelings and shows you progress you might overlook otherwise. Finally, move your body. Engage in gentle yoga, take a brisk walk, or even dance in your living room. Physical movement releases endorphins and helps clear your mind of negativity. During my challenging season, I discovered another profound secret. Pain can become a pathway to personal power. Each setback carries with it a lesson and invitation to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. When I faced uncertainty in my health, I learned the value of caring for my body and mind. When I struggled in my career, I discovered my resilience and capacity to learn new skills. When my relationships were rocky, I realized the importance of open communication and empathy. Over time, these lessons built up an inner reservoir of strength. Challenges once seemed like insurmountable walls. Suddenly, they became stepping stones to a more determined, empathetic version of myself. We all have an internal story how we describe our journey to ourselves. It's easy to adopt a narrative of victimhood when life hurls obstacles your way. But what if you could rewrite that narrative? What if you viewed every challenge as a chapter in your story of courage, perseverance, and growth? Instead of telling myself, I'm drowning in problems, I started affirming, I'm learning how to swim. This shift in self-talk was liberating. By reframing my challenges as transformative experiences, I began to appreciate how far I'd come and anticipate how far I could still go. You have the power to rewrite your own story. You can transform obstacles into opportunities and self-doubt into self-discovery. Staying positive no matter what life throws at you isn't about smiling through pain or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging your challenges, feeling your emotions, and then choosing not to let those obstacles define your outlook. It's about believing, even in the smallest ways, that your life still holds promise and meaning. By shifting my perspective, offering myself compassion, seeking support, and reframing my narrative, I found a sense of hope that weathered the storms. My life didn't become magically easy, but I became stronger, more resilient, and more aware of the beauty that exists even in the toughest moments. Wherever you are on your journey, remember that you possess the power to choose hope over despair, gratitude over complaint, and compassion over self-criticism. Even on the darkest days, the spark of positivity can light your way forward. You are stronger and more capable than you realize. Trust in that strength, lean on those who uplift you, and never underestimate the power of a hopeful heart. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. May you carry these words with you, and may they guide you toward a brighter tomorrow. If you found comfort or encouragement here, remember to share it with someone who might need a little extra light in their life. Stay resilient, stay hopeful, and above all, stay positive no matter what comes your way.